Hello guys, I just unlocked Hitmon. Very bad move from Scopely that I saw. This one here basically has like a 2 day timer almost. So when you unlock Hitmonkey and expect to do 2 runs in a day, no, you need to spend before. That's what they're saying. So very scammy behavior, but that's not the uh, topic of this video. Today I'm gonna show how they perform in war practice. So this is basically the team I wanted to use them on, and they work here. So they render Cosmic Ghost Rider useless by here that says the focus of this card and its ally cannot be reduced by offense down. But this is generally the only Cosmic Ghost Rider team that I'm aware of, that I kind of regularly bump into. That's I wanted to have an extra solution that I think it's actually annoying, because most strong war teams go faster than Cosmic Ghost Rider and kinda render, and maybe even from most of your teams, so kinda render uh, your I like the ability block drama on Strange. So there's very few cases where Cosmic Ghost Rider is very strong, and here he is, and this is a team that you can beat with a Vigilante. The same thing applies when it's the full team or many hybrids, even with Ares. But Ares counters them in some other one. Full Annihilator team. There are some Annihilator hybrids that they cannot touch, like if you throw like an Odin in there or something like this. But a most simple Annihilator matches they can beat, and they also cannot touch at all Absolute A-Force, but that should be expected. Okay. Maybe stun Thanos Endgame is a better solution than stunning Gladiator. Still gonna win here. Okay. Like teams like this, B-tier teams, so many X-Men hybrids, or against Spider Society, if you're not having a very small team, because they can be a little bit annoying. They also can take out like some easy or medium difficulty Mephisto hybrids and null hybrids, but if those characters are on defense, they will be at a as a very strong hybrid, like with characters like Absolute A-Force, maybe with Annihilators, and then it doesn't work. So against huge Orcus, also they work against Night Stalkers and some hybrids. Like they can work with Night Stalkers and Ares, but if it's a Orcus Ares, it doesn't work because you lose your immunity and they put slow on you. And they're generally speaking, in my opinion, about the same good as like Night Stalkers or useful in war, or even Cosmic Crucible for that matter. Like Night Stalkers or like Orcus, something like this, maybe a little bit stronger because they can take out also Astral. It's good to have a counter for this, or some Mephisto teams that those teams cannot, but those teams you can hybridize and use on defense. Here we can't use them on defense. Yeah, they have big stats, but they lose many things that need to be a. I don't think he has it on offense, but many other people have. the easy to beat if they're on defense. So the other teams you can hybridize and make them better, those you can't. So I don't think, because they're a newer team, I don't think it's. I was expecting a little bit more than to have a similar value like Night Stalker's War, but Night Stalkers are very valuable in war, and you can take out now teams like Orcus, like Annihilators, if it's simple, a hybrid, Astral, which is valuable, and Cosmic Ghost Rider teams. Let's quickly show them on an X-Men hybrid. They are very common now, and they use for them. I'm also gonna show, like, for fun, an easy Mephisto counter, just to see that they have some value, but at least the level I'm playing in war, it's very rare to find those teams. And even if you find them, we have many solutions for, like, easy Mephisto counters or null teams, like without absolute A-force, generally speaking. So here we go. They also crash Alpha Flight if for whatever reason you want to counter them. This is a waste of a team to some degree because Mephisto goes very fast and Cosmic Ghost Rider's passive is not working, even if I didn't have a Sable that stops him. Aris, as I said, stops this team in some situations. Super Scrolls also get some speed bar by their buffs on spawn, so he's not the best. I had the taunt here. I prefer to stun Black Knight. Let's go here. Yeah, Black Knight's gone. Because we have big stats, they don't. We decay Mephisto's effect. That's amazing, but situational. You also need the full team, so you cannot make them stronger. So there were guys, offense only team, that you kind of have to build to unlock Professor Xavier, and you need to have the full team together for them to work. They lose many stuff on defense. For example, Hitmonkey doesn't reduce revive chance anymore, so you can beat them with a team that revives, like Money. You decay their buffs, they don't. If you have safeguard, I mean, you decay safeguard. Maybe not as impactful in the war and I guess Cosmic Crucible meta, but this is about war, as Night Stalkers were when they were released, or like Orcus were when they were released. They're probably a little bit more useful in situational cases than those two right now, taking out Astral and taking out Cosmic Ghost Rider or them together, and some easy Mephisto teams. In general, I think they could have been a little bit stronger, considering those teams are a lot older and they have about a similar value. I don't particularly like that you cannot hybridize them, but it's okay. Okay, at least we can use them on B tier teams in war, and yeah, at least they will be useful in offense, in war offense, and in Crucible by their stats, by stuff that they do when the whole team is together. Less hybrids for war. I like that they're on offense. Just bad taste in my mouth what they did with the event that you needed them for. That you can only do it once if you unlock Hitmonkey 2 days before it ends. Yeah, that's it for now.